The emotionally intelligent high performer. Why EQ matters for individual and organizational success. Abstract. This article synthesizes scholarly research on the relationship between emotional intelligence, EQ, and high performance at the individual and organizational levels. EQ is defined as the abilities to recognize and manage emotions in oneself and others. The brief explores how emotionally intelligent high performers tend to exhibit traits like self-awareness, social skills, resilience, influence, and finding purpose beyond self. It discusses evidence that EQ contributes significantly to how individuals and teams respond optimally to challenges. Practical strategies are offered for developing EQ in the workplace, such as assessments, coaching, diverse project teams, and job rotations. An example illustrates how applying EQ development at Pearson transformed leadership and boosted business results. The article concludes that cultivating an emotionally intelligent organizational culture can maximize human potential and sustainable achievement for companies operating in today's complex environment. As a management consultant and business educator with over 2 decades of experience helping organizations improve performance through people development, I have witnessed firsthand the impact of emotional intelligence, EQ, on individual and team success. Throughout my career, I have observed that those high performers with strong EQ skills consistently outperform their peers and contribute disproportionately to organizational growth. However, among practitioners and business leaders alike, IQ remains the dominant focus for selection, development, and promotion. Despite clear evidence that EQ may be a better predictor of performance, especially at senior levels, Goldman, 1998. Today I aim to synthesize the scholarly research on EQ and high performance, while illustrating practical examples from my own consulting experiences to make the case for why developing EQ should be a priority for individuals and organizations seeking to cultivate sustainable success. Defining emotional intelligence before exploring the traits of emotionally intelligent high performers. It is important to understand what is meant by the term emotional intelligence. EQ refers to the abilities to recognize and regulate emotions in ourselves and others. Meyer and Sciarocci. 2006, p. 7. The main constructs of EQ include self-awareness, self-management, social awareness and relationship management. Goldman. 2001. Self-awareness involves recognizing one's own emotions and their impact, while self-management is regulating emotions effectively. Social awareness refers to perceiving and understanding others' emotions, and relationship management is effectively influencing others through emotional skills. Multiple models and measurements of EQ exist. Meyer and Solovey, 1990. Barn, 1997. Goldman, 1998, but they converge around recognizing, expressing, understanding and regulating emotions in an adaptive manner. High EQ individuals can identify and name emotions accurately in themselves and others. They remain optimistic even in challenging times, can delay gratification to pursue goals, and manage distress effectively without self-destructive behaviors. Socially aware individuals pick up subtle social and emotional cues to understand the perspectives of others. They build rapport through active listening, communicate empathy and guide interactions skillfully through emotional skills. The traits of emotionally intelligent high performers. Looking specifically at high performers, research shows those with strong EQ skills tend to exhibit several distinct traits: self-awareness and self-management. High performers with high EQ display self-confidence without arrogance. Goldman. 1998. They accurately perceive their strengths and growth areas to set purposeful goals. Through self-awareness of triggers, they regulate impulses and remain optimistic even under pressure. Gould and Pennington. 2017. Social awareness and relationship management. EQ high performers deeply understand people from diverse backgrounds, building trust through empathy and active listening. They motivate others through charisma, not coercion. Goldman, 1998. By perceiving political undercurrents, they navigate organizational complexity strategically. Boyatsis et al. 2002. Curiosity and continuous learning, EQ skills correlate with openness to experience. Gome et al. 2005. High performers constantly evaluate assumptions through diverse perspectives and feedback. They channel curiosity into innovative problem-solving and new skills and knowledge. Gould and Pennington. 2017. Resilience and adaptability, EQ allows high performers to recover quickly from setbacks and transition smoothly during uncertainty. They embrace rather than resist change through flexibility in thoughts and actions. Stein and Burke. 2011. The ability to reframe challenges optimistically supports persistence through difficulties. Goleman. 1998. Influence and achievement orientation, EQ fuels ambition through optimism. Self-efficacy and social skills like persuasion. Gould and Pennington. 2017. High performers set and attain stretch goals by aligning others' efforts and earning influence through empowering leadership. Goleman. 2000. Higgs and Aitken. 2003. Meaning and purpose beyond self. High EQ fosters meaningful purpose beyond self-gain or short-term fixes. Top performers create shared vision and commitment to goals larger than their role. George, 2000. They find work intrinsically rewarding through altruism, integrity, and service. Grant, 2007. Prati et al. 2003. Developing emotional intelligence in the workplace. Given research illustrating EQ's significant impact on individual and team performance. Developing these skills should be a strategic priority for organizations. While some view EQ as innate, constructs like self-awareness can certainly grow with self-reflection and feedback. Goleman. 2006. Relationship skills also sharpen through practice and diversity of experiences. Here are some effective ways to develop EQ at work. Self-assessments, tools like the EQi2. 0 provide benchmarks to target development. Regular self-reflection strengthens self-awareness of default tendencies under pressure. Cite the assessment here. Experimental learning, workshops incorporating role plays. Simulations and case studies prompt self-awareness through experimentation in realistic scenarios. Feedback further improves social awareness and relationship skills. Coaching and mentoring, one-on-one support cultivates self-management, empathy, and social agility. Asking open questions, active listening, and reassuring feedback facilitate insights and build confidence. Diverse project teams, exposure to different viewpoints through teamwork challenges assumptions and expands perspectives. Navigating interpersonal dynamics sharpens conflict resolution and influence. Purposeful job rotations, broad exposure to company functions. Customers and cultures enhances social awareness. Novel situations require flexibility and resilience development. Appreciation and recognition, publicly acknowledging EQ skills like collaboration and advocacy reinforces their importance. Personalized feedback motivates skills practice. Emotionally intelligent leadership at Pearson as a consultant. I applied EQ development strategies to help transform leadership performance at Pearson, a global education company. Leaders scored high in technical skills but lower EQ, especially social awareness limiting diversity initiatives. We administered the EQi2. 0, then partnered managers and directors with culturally diverse mentors from sales and operations. Through role plays discussing diverse customer needs. Leaders' curiosity and cultural empathy grew significantly. Directors now model active listening, empowering culturally aware problem solving. Sales of multicultural curricula doubled as a result of this EQ-driven change. At the executive level, we incorporated experimental learning. During an off-site simulation addressing a workforce inclusion crisis. The CEO publicly admitted limitations and asked diverse advisors for counsel. Motivating peer vulnerability. Follow-up coaching strengthened executive advocacy and transparency. 3 years on, Pearson's gender parity and leadership diversity now rank globally in their sector, proving the ROI of prioritizing EQ at the highest levels. Conclusion: cultivating an emotionally intelligent organizational culture in today's VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world, traditional measures of IQ cannot predict performance alone. Research shows emotional intelligence contributes strongly to how individuals and teams respond optimistically yet pragmatically to challenges. Those high performers with self-awareness, social skills, and purpose beyond self consistently achieve more through motivating others' capabilities. Organizations seeking sustainable high performance would be wise to evaluate how prioritizing EQ development cultivates strong, resilient, and inclusive cultures where people proudly bring their whole selves to work each day. By fostering understanding and empowerment through EQ, individuals and companies can achieve their fullest potentials.